It's Thursday morning, and it's time for Tech for Seniors Live, where technology gets its deserved deep dive. This isn't happening via Zoom, so we can't see who's joining the show. So please sign in to the chat box below as we gather around the screen, both far and wide, with curiosity as our ever-trusty guide. We'll navigate the digital seas, a knowledgeable crew, exploring all the tech tips, both old and new. No need for cameras, no need for dress. Just bring your questions and we'll address. From gadgets to apps and all the tech lore, we're here to help, to teach, and much more. So type away in the chat. Don't be shy. Our tech-savvy hosts are here to reply. It's Thursday morning. Let the tech talk flow at the Tech for Seniors Live, the best tech show.
Well, good morning. I'm Ron Brown. This is Tech for Senior Live. It is May the 23rd, soon to be June, soon to be summer vacation time. Anyway, this is Tech for Senior Live, where we're going to talk about technology today. And we're going to talk about what the heck is an AI PC. That's a new terminology, but Best Buy's got them on sale right now. So we're going to talk about what is an AI PC today and all the tech news of the week. Yes, we are today, and we even assembled a great panel, and I'll introduce those in just a minute. Now, you're probably wondering who we are. Well, we're a group of seniors who likes to talk and talk and talk and talk some more. So we even have a Monday show. And our Monday show, of course, is what Huey and I started 5 years ago. And it's on Monday, right? It's a Zoom meeting, and we have that. And so you're most welcome. In fact, what I'll do here is I will put it. This is our website, and if you go there, it'll give you all the Zoom information, and you can attend our meeting. It's a lot of fun. We have it every Monday, and we have submissions and lots of good stuff happening. So come and see us on our Monday show. But it is a Zoom meeting, so we can actually see you and talk to you, and we have a lot of fun. But we can't do that on this show. This is not a Zoom meeting. So all those people over on Zoom that logged in today to see the show, we'll see you on Monday. It's we broadcast this out from StreamYard. And this goes to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Excuse me. So that's So that's what we do, and we would appreciate it if you would put in the comments where you're from, what's happening, so that we can have a chat with you and let us know that you're actually listening. Otherwise, we could just be talking amongst ourselves, right? So my voice, I hope it's going to last for the next hour. And let me introduce everybody. Huey, what have you got to say for yourself?
I'm here. I'm glad I'm here. There's a lot going on in this area. This is a holiday weekend coming up here in the U.S., and so a lot of things are going on. A lot of parties and barbecues and all that sort of thing. But it is Memorial Day, where we do remember. But it's been busy. I'm waiting for my new computer, and I've almost reached my goal. And so I'm not going to harp anymore to people. Hopefully I'll get the last about $160 to reach my goal. If I get above that, then I can buy some cables and a few things to plug in. So if you haven't sent me through coffee, go to huey.net. It's a different coffee program than the one we use here on Tech for Senior. And by all means, thank you very much for those who have already contributed.
And Bob, you're traveling. You actually are in fast
San
internet.
Antonio, Texas.
You're in San Antonio, but you're in fast internet. You got like blazing speed, right?
Yeah, right now my down is 500 and something. The up is still fairly slow, but I think it's about the same as what I get at home. But the download is a whole lot faster. Certainly a whole lot more than what I had the week before.
And of course, we have Ray Baxter from. We were talking earlier, the exclusive community, the high price community of Pine, Arizona. We're not going to let you live that one down. So, Ray, how's your week going? Right?
Good. Did you? I think I always mispronounce it. Arco Sante. Have you ever visited Arco Sante? That was the futuristic development that they built in Arizona in the 70s, and people lived there for a couple of years, and now it's become a tourist attraction. So early tomorrow morning, Carol and I are going to go on the tour, stay overnight. So it should be interesting. Arco Sante.
Arcos. Where is it? Where
it's off the 17, maybe 40 miles south of Prescott.
Oh, okay. So it's not a very big drive for you. It's
not for us, no.
No, it's good. Oh, it's cool. No, we never went there. Don't think I even heard about it. Interesting. Well, take some pictures. That's a good story.
I will.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, take some pictures and let us know how it goes. That might even make a good topic for a Monday show.
We'll find out.
Yeah, because it's technology, right?
Yep. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday, and I think I'll have to send her a virtual birthday card, since I don't know where the stores are. I'm not going out shopping, so we'll see what I come up with.
Usually virtual birthday cards are free too. That's a good thing.
Yes.
Whenever I go to the store and want to buy a birthday card, it's always $5 or $6. Like, I mean,
Family Dollar makes them cheaper, and they're just as good.
Send her an email.
Yeah. Wish your best wishes on Facebook. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Huey, is there anyone listening to us today?
Yeah, we've got a few people out there.
Gene from Northwest Pennsylvania, 72 degrees, partly cloudy. Dick Vogel, 84 degrees, sunny in Central Florida. Mike Lehman from Moncton, New Brunswick, where it is sunny, 26 degrees today. I think Mike was traveling, wasn't he? He's back. You're back now? I think you were traveling over in Europe. You were logging in from different places. I hope maybe I've got it mixed up, but I think you're back now and probably had a good holiday. Steve Powell, Kirkland, Washington, 52 degrees and cloudy. Murray Strom from Victoria, where it is sunny but cool. It was cold the other morning. Man, it was really, really nippy. Liz Milford from sunny Ohio, 72 degrees. Bernard Sterling Heights Computer Club, Detroit, Michigan, 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Murray Strom, good morning from Victoria, BC, Canada.
Not twice.
Sally Ann had power outage earlier this week due to wind. Kirkland, Washington. Oh, for Kirkland, yeah. Expecting more rain Friday and Saturday. Yeah, there was a big, big windstorm. We didn't get much of it here, but in Vancouver, they really got hammered. You're right. And so there was a big, lots of loss of power. Terry, now, I never found you before. Terry from New Jersey. Terry, welcome. We're giving you a big round of applause. Hey, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. That's we haven't seen you before. Hopefully you enjoy the show. We encourage you also to come and visit us on Monday on our Monday show. So that's good. Thank you for coming. We do appreciate everybody coming to listen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Now we're going to get on. I guess I want to get on with some of the. We got a lot to talk about today, so I thought we would get on with the show early because we have a lot of articles to go through. And I do want to thank those of you who contributed and sent us some articles to review. I do post them when you do send them in. We do appreciate it. I usually post the article on our Facebook page. We go through them and hopefully we get to the article. If you're going to give me a recommendation, do it on Tuesday or Wednesday, because the articles I post on Saturday and Sunday never get it to our Thursday show because we have too many. So anyway, but we do appreciate that. Let me come down to, let's come down here and we're going to come down and I wanted to, now everybody probably knows that this week was the Microsoft Developers Conference, and they talked a lot about, of course, Copilot, and then I got an email earlier in the week, and it was from Best Buy, and they said in the email to me, Copilot plus PC, the fastest, most intelligent Windows PC ever, and here's the pre-order form, and this was from my local Best Buy, and I thought, well, what's an AI PC? And then Leo Laporte, the radio personality I listen to all the time, he just got an AI PC. And I thought, gee whiz, I don't think I really know what an AI PC is. So I thought that would be a good topic today to try and figure out what the heck is an AI PC. Now, why is this important? Well, now, if you look at Michael Dell, at the conference this week, Michael Dell says that he's, of course, the CEO of Dell Computers. AI PCs will be pretty standard in 2025. Now, Ray did point out to me this morning when I said it was only 6 months till 2025. He commented that it's actually 7 months. So I'm going to say that it is 7 months, but that's not very long. And Michael Dell says that they're pretty standard in 2025. PC maker unveils new computers with Qualcomm AI-oriented chips. Dell says partnership with Nvidia is a good arrangement. But that's, so I thought, okay, well, we're all going to have AI computers next year. What is an AI computer? I still don't know. So I started to look even more. And then it even got more confusing because of this article that I read, and this was from Nvidia, and this talks about the Blackwell platform arrives to power a new era of computing, and this is the new chip from Nvidia that is. Bob, you talked about quantum computers the other day, and this isn't a quantum computer, but it is a massive leap forward in computing power. And so this was so when you look at Nvidia shares, and this article came out yesterday, Nvidia sales rose 262% as AI keeps booming. The company whose chips are powering the AI revolution saw an even bigger jump in sales last quarter than analysts had expected, to $26 billion. That's a good sign for the future of AI and probably for the entire stock market, on which Nvidia has an outsized influence. Now, the CEO, Jensen Huang, declared, "The next industrial revolution has begun." Now, we've all talked about this before. We are living through something that when they look back 20, 30 years, will say, wow, those people must have gone through some incredible changes. And we're reporting on it, and we're actually living through this big revolution. And as Nvidia predicted, 28 billion in the sales quarter. The company also has announced plans to split its stock. So there's the technology that we have that's coming down the road, and the Blackwell processors are sure they're $30,000-$40,000 that are coming out, and of course they're not going to be for us individual people. But just think about it. 5 years ago, the type of cell phones we have now and what the computing power we have on our cell phones now, I fully expect in 5 years that type of processor will be on our phones, right? It's all happening in an incredible rate.
Ron, could I start a coffee fund for one of those computers?
I think so. Anyway, so then I wrote an article. Now, if you haven't signed up for our newsletter, I would encourage you to do so. I wrote an article on the Tuesday's newsletter about this. Now, if you want to, again, this is our website. You can go there and you can hit the button and it says sign up for the newsletter. We don't send you any ads, and it's free. And I wrote an article about because I did some searching and research, because no one has told me what an AI computer is yet. Like, did they just stick AI on the box? Like, what the heck is an AI computer? So let's talk about that. So the question was the key features of AI PCs. Now, the first thing is it has what they call an NPU, or neural processing unit. AI PCs come equipped with a dedicated NPU alongside the traditional CPU and GPU. NPU accelerates AI-related tasks, reducing load on other components. Intel defines AI PCs as those with an NPU, while Microsoft adds the requirement of Copilot on the keyboard. Right? So we're going to have hardware changes. Hugh, you talked about that because you just bought a new computer. Was there an NPU option when you bought your new computer?
No, there wasn't. And I checked to see. I did ask one of the chat GPTs, can I get an NPU and add it to it? And it said most likely. Apparently they're not available yet, as an individual thing. But the computers that Microsoft's coming out with are not running Intel chips.
Well, that's
they're
right.
They're running Atom chip, which is a chip they've been trying to get in mainstream for quite a long time. And so we don't know a lot about them, but they apparently don't need as much power and so on. So they're able to get, they're advertising 22 hours on a battery before you have to charge it again.
All right.
They have the Qualcomm Snapdragon chip.
Okay. Now,
yes.
The next thing that Microsoft's making a big deal about is the Copilot key. In other words, Microsoft's definition of an AI PC includes a Copilot key on the keyboard. This key provides quick access to AI-driven features and functions, making interaction seamless. So as we know, they're integrating their AI, which of course is called Copilot, into all their products. So they want a key on your keyboard that's going to be a Copilot key, right?
Well, we currently know about the Windows key and the functions that you use the Windows key and other keys along with it to do certain things. And what you'll have here is now an added button, the Copilot button. And you'll use the Copilot button by itself to do one thing, but you'll be able to combine the Copilot key along with other keys to do specific tasks. It's not so difficult to, if you just think of Copilot as the AI button and shortcuts to certain tasks within AI by combining the Copilot button with another key to come up with certain functions, just as you currently do with your Windows key in combination with other keys.
Now, I
And
suspect,
also,
go ahead.
also the Microsoft is saying that they're going to entwine the AI more in the operating system. So a lot of things you'll do will have AI already waiting for you, that you can be looking up something while you're on a website or while you're writing a document. And you can do that now, but it's going to even be more so combined.
There's
No,
a new feature that's coming out called Recall, and I'm right now in the middle of doing a video on that new feature. And it will help. Recall means recalling, in this case, what did I do yesterday, the day before, so on and so forth. So if you're looking for something, AI will automatically, just through a hint, be able to look back at what you've done. Problem is, it raises some privacy concerns. And that's, well, the video will be out later today.
So, Bob, do you think that for those of us who don't have an AI computer, would we be able to buy another keyboard and just plug it in, and it probably will have the Copilot key on the new keyboard?
Yeah, but that's just the keyboard. It's not,
Right.
the processing power
True.
is not built into that old computer. Okay.
Right.
So,
True.
yes, you'll be able, well, we have a Copilot key right now. If you look at the taskbar, there's a Copilot key, right? So you can already use it. It's not on your keyboard, but basically it's there. What they haven't done yet is to say, well, use that Copilot, bring it up in combination with something else.
Right.
And that might still be coming.
Okay.
And it's in the Bing browser as well.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, let's now boost AI performance. AI PCs excel in handling AI workloads such as natural language processing, image recognition, predictive analytics, that offer faster processing times and improved responsiveness. Now, why choose an AI PC? Future-proofing AI technology is rapidly advancing. Investing in an AI PC ensures you're prepared for future AI-driven applications, enhanced productivity. AI PCs handle complex tasks efficiently, immersive experiences. In summary, AI PCs represent the next frontier in computing, combining powerful hardware with intelligent software. Whether you're a professional, student, enthusiast, consider exploring the world of AI PCs for a smarter computing experience.
Yeah, one of the things that you're going to be able to do with an AI plus PC is do a lot of the AI processing on your own computer rather than doing it in the cloud.
That's
it's
right.
going to save power. It's going to save time, and it's going to save you money as well, because you're not using their processing, you're using your own. But now, will we need that, and will we use it? Most of us probably won't, and it's a good hype, but for the most part, it's, how much faster can you get when it's instant anyway online?
I agree with you, Yui. I think it's really good. I'm going to say more about this later, perhaps. Two segments: the corporate and business world, and then the individual user. And of course, I think you'll see the adoption in the corporate world go pretty quickly this year and certainly into next. But I don't think the individuals will really jump on this until the prices come down, and particularly those that will no longer have a Windows 10 computer being updated, they'll be the ones who will want to get this. And that'll be next year.
But Ray, I also think what we really need is a killer application. We need something that no one can live without, and then people will go for it. But I don't think we have that yet, right? We don't have that I've got to have that application.
And that's going to be in the updates of Windows because it's going to be built right into Windows.
Right. The other thing I'm confused about, maybe you guys can help me with this, is the whole Copilot PC thing. Are we getting into, like, is there going to be two standards? Are we going to have the Microsoft vision of this with Copilot, a Copilot PC, and then are we going to have like a regular AI PC? Is there going to be like two different machines?
Well, it is AI.
Well, you have it with Gemini.
But yeah. Microsoft, like he said earlier, Microsoft's bringing out their own PCs with Copilot and different processor, compared to the other AI. So are we looking at two different standards here? I guess we don't really know yet. But
we talked last week about Apple, and they're coming out with their M4 chip, things like that. So that's the AI on their side.
Yeah.
They haven't hyped it as much as Microsoft has yet.
But with Copilot and the big thing there is, you're going to still be able to use ChatGPT and probably use some of that power. But the reason it's called Copilot is because it's going to be built into Windows.
Right.
So if you're running a Windows machine, doesn't matter what AI you're using, Copilot is still going to be in the name.
True. That's true. Let's see.
If you're using Windows 11 right now, Copilot is on your taskbar.
Yep, and that's part of your operating system.
Right.
Not as much as what they're going to be doing. So as they come out with newer versions and updates to Windows, you're going to see more and more integration of the Copilot and AI that you're going to want to go for an AI computer.
And our computers are going to get more smarts, more oomph. Yep. They'll be able to do more.
Sure. Now, Sundar Pichai said, CEOs of Alphabet and Google said, scaling services like search and Gmail to billions of users has taught us a lot about merging compute infrastructure. As we enter the AI platform shift, we continue to invest deeply in infrastructure for our own products and services and for cloud customers. We are fortunate to have a long-standing relationship with Nvidia and look forward to bringing a breakthrough capability of the Blackwell GPU to our cloud customers and teams across. So they're already working up to the Blackwell processor. So very interesting times, eh? The AI PCs, I'm getting ads already from Best Buy. They're selling them now.
They're pre-ordering. They're not going to be available till June 16th, I understand.
That's only 2 weeks away, Huey.
Yeah, I understand that. 3 weeks, but yeah.
I like Ray says, no, it's 7 months, but that's only 2 weeks. That's getting pretty darn close. Now, is there anyone, before we get on with the news articles, any comments that...
there's quite a few, actually. Let's see where I left off.
Let's do some comments.
Let's see. So this is from that same fellow from...
Terry says, I'm so non-technical. You are great, Terry.
Thank you.
Mike says, different Mike, but I am shopping for a new computer and looking at the Samsung Book 4 Edge, which is marketed as an AI PC. Mike, keep us posted. Keep us posted on that. Interesting. Jolin says, greeting from low country of South Carolina. Hello, Jolin. Are you getting an AI PC? Bob says, Bellevue, Washington, overcast, but should be dry. Jolin says, also over here. Remember to click the thumbs up button and support these gentlemen. Gentlemen, thank you, John.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And certainly, please do the thumbs up. But more than the thumbs up, hit the like button and also subscribe. We really need some more subscriptions for our channel. Okay, one more key on the keyboard, but I prefer the Windows key. That's just fine.
And originally, there wasn't really you got used to that one. You'll now get used to one more.
Yeah, exactly. Richard says, went to the website, clicked on click here to open in Zoom, and it says the owner has started it yet, also from Southern California. Well, we're not. So went to the website, clicked on Zoom. It's not a Zoom meeting.
He's watching us on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Richard is watching on YouTube now. Very good. I have win 10 and Copilot on the bottom right corner. Indeed. John says, "Hey Richard, yeah, they don't do Zoom on Thursday." Grins.
I think that's what my video says.
Yeah. And I made a whole video about it too. So anyway, all right, let's get on with the. You ready to do the everyone ready to do the news? Ray, did you have any more comments?
Not really. I mean, you talked about. I'll just say that the article that Michael Dell AI PCs are going to be pretty standard in 2025. I did not consider that a groundbreaking statement.
Okay.
It's pretty obvious.
All right. Let's where are we here? Add to stage. There we go. Guess who gets the first one here? Ray, go ahead.
All right. We talked a little bit about it, but there's a little story behind this on the Microsoft that the last March, the Surface Laptop 6 was introduced and announced, but that model was only intended for business clients. And these models had the Intel Ultra Core chip. But now this is coming out with a Laptop 6 for the consumer model. And this is the one that has the Qualcomm Snapdragon X Elite chip. And the article actually states this is aimed right at Apple's laptops. Really high competition here.
Little competition.
Specs are impressive, including, listen to this, up to 64 gigabytes of RAM if you pre-order. And the ability to support not one, not two, but 3 4K monitors, as well as the laptop's own monitor. So the new name for the Laptop 6 is Copilot Plus PC. And again, because it has that NPU we talked about before. So
there's a couple really neat things about that computer. Number one, it's the keyboard's detachable. But not only is detachable, the older Microsoft computers, the keyboard was detachable. Once you detach it, you had to use it as a tablet. But now the keyboard will continue to work with Bluetooth, and so you can still use the keyboard, but separate from the screen. The other thing is that let's see, what was the other? There's only 2 inputs. There's 2 USB-C on the sides, one on each side of the computer, and those are the only inputs. So you have to probably get a USB-C docking station or something else if you want to plug other things into.
Yeah, actually, Yui, there's 2 models that Microsoft announced. The Laptop 6 is truly a laptop without a detachable keyboard. Then there's other Surface that does have the detachable keyboard, and that's interesting. They make the point, which I knew 10 years ago, it's hard to open a laptop on a plane when you're in coach class. Now you can actually put that keyboard on your lap and have your monitor on the table in front of you and be very effective at using your computer on a flight.
Jolyn has a Surface Pro and she really likes it.
That's what it is, the Surface Pro.
Yeah, Jolyn has a Surface Pro and she really likes it. All right, Ray, confusing world of USB-C charging. Please, didn't you do a video on this? Huey, did you do it? Someone did a video.
I did, yes, before, and it hasn't gotten any better.
Oh, they didn't watch your video.
Well, they didn't listen to the comments in my video.
They didn't listen.
Well, we've all been used to USB-C with our Android phones for the last several years, and PC sold in the last few years, of course, now come with USB-C connectors. And in fact, some of the brand new ones actually have more USB-C than USB-A connectors. Here's what the article states, so, quote, not every USB-C power supply is suitable for every device. Not all Type-C ports can be used to charge devices quickly or at all. And not every Type-C cable ensures reliable power transmission. So the article, again, if you want to read it, offers a good informative overview of Type-C charging.
So you got to be careful when you buy your computer that if it's got USB-C, you want to check to see if that's where it charges. And you can get chargers and then use them for several items. That's the nice thing about the USB-C charging units.
Yeah, it charges both ways. But some devices only have it for charging. And you really want to make sure that it's also available to transmit data.
Yeah.
So, Ray, the cable companies are getting really desperate, eh?
Look, I said in my the presentation I did a while ago, I want to see, and I think they will do this, where the cables are clearly marked with some kind of non-removable ink that says exactly what they can do.
Oh,
we as consumers will know that.
No, I was talking about the next article. The next article I said with Spectrum.
Oh, okay, yes. I thought about you when I did this one, Ron.
Yeah, I know. I put this article up earlier than it was. Well, I have the article posted as well. I thought these guys are getting real desperate.
Well, you're always quick to point out that you feel that cable companies providing internet services are a dying breed, and you may be right, but I think it's too soon to say, as some cable companies are fighting back. And take Spectrum, for example. They're going to offer to pay up to $2,500 of any early termination fees at any of the big three wireless services if you switch to Spectrum Wireless. Now, this is the most interesting part of this article. Spectrum is reselling other networks like Verizon Wireless, but the wireless section of Spectrum has become one of the fastest growing segments of the company.
So with this $2,500 hold on, is this Spectrum? Is this the $2,500 wireless part of Spectrum to convert?
If you convert to Spectrum Wireless and you have an existing contract with a company that has penalties, they will pay up to $2,500 of those penalties.
So they're just really switching into their mobile service, the same as the other companies, but it's still the 5G technology. Wireless thing.
They're reselling mostly Verizon's services, which I think is, but that's why I say they're fighting fire with fire.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I've always said. They're ditching their cable, and then they're fighting fire with fire, right? That's exactly where we're going.
Spectrum spends an enormous amount of money for advertising in this area. I probably get more snail mail from Spectrum than I do from anything else. 2 or 3 times a week, I'll get some kind of an advertisement, and I'm not a Spectrum customer. So they just send it out to the community, and that's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Can you do the next article, Huey? There you go.
Okay. This is from Ray.
Yes. Okay. Apple is good now. If they're not involved in enough areas, they're now about to combat car motion sickness. And so these are, the article states, quote, vehicle motion cues is part of a suite of new accessibility features coming to both iPhones and iPads later this year. When using this feature, animated dots will appear on the edges of the screen that represent changes in vehicle motion to help reduce sensory conflict, according to the tech giant. So when the vehicle turns left or right, accelerates or brakes, the dots will respond accordingly and move in a certain direction. Can't wait to see if this really works.
Well,
I wonder if they used AI to create that.
I don't know. All right. I guess your next article is that one, Huey.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rich DeMuro, who took over the radio program from Leo Laporte, and I listen to it every week, and he's really interesting and answers a lot of questions. But this one is, can ChatGPT detect a scam? And it seems like it. So in this article, he uploaded one of those confirmation emails that you get that look like this, that you paid a certain amount of money and you got 1 day to refute it, and it's a scam. And he used some AI to run through it to tell it whether it was a scam or not, and it did.
So that's good. So we can run them through. We can use AI then. I guess we can't just run it through. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a picture of the article or the email and then upload it to ChatGPT or some of the others, and it will tell you whether it's a scam or not.
The fact that they give you a phone number to call if you want to cancel is my first clue that it's a scam, because they want to get you on the phone.
That's right.
Yep,
right.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And this one, Microsoft, they had an outage affecting Bing, Copilot, DuckDuckGo, ChatGPT,
this morning.
internet search. Yep. However, it's mostly Europe and Asia but still it may affect some people here as well. But the thing is that we rely on this stuff so much, and then if there's an outage, we're screwed.
Yeah.
I couldn't get to the co-pilot this morning.
Yeah.
I was having a problem too. I didn't
Yep.
realize that was the issue. Okay.
This was an article I saw this morning. This was how the best ways to safely clean out your phone charging port on an Android or iPhone. They do get dirty and they do need to be cleaned out. And the article will explain that. But one of the best ways is canned air and just blow the air in. But one of the things that, please don't put anything metal or hard or try to dig anything out of those ports, or you could do serious damage. But they do need to be cleaned. And I don't often think about this, but that's important, that we need to clean these ports out. So good article.
And I found something called Blue Tack from Bostik, and it's reusable adhesive, but it's something I guess you can put in and then take out, and it takes the gunk out with it. So there are things that you can put in there, but you have to be very careful.
Very careful. This was an article.
Be careful with toothpicks. Don't break them off on the inside.
Yeah. Google, this is an article that came out this week. Google Pay will start showing credit card benefits at checkout. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means if you have points on the credit card, it could say something like, well, it's going to cost you this, or do you want to add these points that you have and reduce your amount down? So there's more to play at Google Pay, and so that's with the tap and that's like on your phone, or of course I use my watch all the time as well. So that's interesting that's coming up. So if you do use Google Pay, then it's a new feature that will be there. Now, this is very interesting. Hugh and I talked about this earlier. Now, last week we talked all about ChatGPT 4.0, and this is an article that came out this morning. And the article said now this will explain something that was confusing last week and confusing all week, and I'll explain why that is. People are suddenly flocking to ChatGPT Plus on mobile, and here's why. Now, when you look at the article, it says people are suddenly flocking to ChatGPT Plus on mobile, and here's why. On the day of ChatGPT 4.0's release, ChatGPT's mobile revenue rose 22%. The most ever revenue for the app in a single day. Now, the reason, of course, is because of the model ChatGPT 4.0. It's not free on a mobile phone. In other words, the only way that you can get ChatGPT 4.0 on mobile is if you pay and have the ChatGPT Plus on your mobile phone. And that's why all week, Huey and I and Bob, we've been looking on our phones, where's ChatGPT 4.0, but we're not paying.
I'll be right back.
We're not paying for the free version. We all have the free version on our phone. But if we had played for the Plus on mobile, then of course we would get the 4.0. So I didn't quite understand that. I didn't understand that. I just assumed it was free because they talked about it being free, but it is free on your PC. But if you have it, but it is not free on the mobile app. And I thought that's a good explanation for that.
Yeah, I've never looked for it on my mobile phone because I don't do very much on the mobile phone.
Right. So if you
and it was offered to me this morning on my computer. So right. I now have access to it. I'm already putting it to use.
So if you are waiting for ChatGPT 4.0 on your mobile phone, just remember that it won't be free for mobile users, and you have to sign up for the ChatGPT Plus, just to clarify that. But if you're using ChatGPT on your computer and you're using 3.0, I think the 4.0 will be free. It will. That's my understanding, Bob. Is that right? Is that what your understanding is?
Limited free usage.
Limited free. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So
if you want full use, you have to still pay for it.
Still pay for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so that clarified that for everybody, because I was a bit confused on that.
Yeah, and the other thing that I mentioned when we talked about it, Ron, was the fact that I'm wondering if you don't use the app on your mobile, but use your browser and then go to it, I think you may still be able to use it for free.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now the other one that this was a Kim Commando article this morning, and I just you can look the article, and if you want to look at it, you can just click on it. But it's just how to take care of your smartphone. And I thought too often we just don't clean it. We don't clean the charging ports out. We don't do maintenance on it. We just expect it to work, and then we throw it out and get a new one. And also oftentimes a new battery put in will extend the life of these phones. Lots of things you can do to maintain your phone so it stays in good working order. And this is an excellent article that talks about that.
Just remember that you do have a time frame when you no longer get security updates.
Right.
The phone is still working. You can still make phone calls. You can still use your apps, but you may not be secure.
But the newer phones now are giving you a longer time.
Yes.
Some of them up to 8 years.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Here's the article, Ray, that you had done.
Yes.
Yeah. This is great news. This was announced today. I don't know if it was today, but I saw the article this morning. Free Magic Editor is now arriving on older Pixel phones, but ultimately will be available free of charge on all Android phones. And this is the new AI editor for pictures. And they're making it available. It used to just be, your recent Pixel phones, but now it'll be available, Bob, on our phones. Bob and I have the Pixel 6, which will be available, and then it will be going out to all Pixel phones. And in fact, everyone's going to get the free Magic Eraser. Now, I think I'm not sure. It may be an app upgrade, a Google Photos upgrade, or will it be a upgrade in the OS, the Android OS? I don't know what it'd probably be. What do you think, Bob? It'll be a.
I don't know.
Might be an.
I have a 6 and a 5, and I haven't checked to see whether it's updated or not.
We'll see. Ray, have you heard about Sonos and their new earphones? I know you're into music and audio stuff. It's getting great reviews. I have a Sonos speaker. Probably a lot of people have, old Sonoses, but they announced these are their very first headphones that they've come out with, and they're getting pretty darn good reviews. Anyway, just let everyone know if you are interested. If you do have Sonos, a lot of Sonos equipment, this is their first foray into earphone or headphones, and they're getting fairly good reviews on those. This was we talked last week or the week before about Apple's new iPad M4. This is a review, and the reviewer, this was How to Geek, said amazing machine, but it's really expensive. But I love it and can't look away. So it's sort of an addictive thing that they just loved, but it is expensive. So if you are looking at a new iPad, you might just get addicted to this. Again, a lot of this stuff lasts for 4 or 5 years, and if you amortize it over 4 or 5 years, it's still what, a Starbucks coffee every 2 days or something. It's still not that expensive. Huey, this was Elon Musk Twitter completes transaction. What's going on with this?
Let me get to it here. Twitter is no longer. Twitter is no longer, or will be no longer. When you type in twitter.com, it takes you to x.com, and that's so it's x.com now, not a Twitter account.
Do you? We should probably maybe do some comments as we're moving into the last 15 minutes. Any new comments that we've got there?
Well, let's go back here. Let's see. I think we're about here.
Richard Clarkson watching on YouTube now. Okay. I have
we've done that.
We did that one, yeah.
Yeah, we did that one. Okay.
Yep.
Did that one.
Yep.
Richard said, my brain
Okay.
thought it was Monday. Richard says, I have Chat GPT-4 on my Samsung phone. It's in the Play Store and it's free.
I'm going to have to check that out.
I looked this morning, Richard, and I did not see that. Now, unless
but you don't have a Samsung phone too.
That's true. Mike Ungerman. Hi, Mike. The Play Store says the Play Store has 5 Magic editors listed as apps to download. This is the Magic Eraser. I think you got to be careful with what we're talking about. I don't know what those Magic editors are. I'd be careful with that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be careful. Some of these programs that are popular, you'll when you go to the Play Store, it will be from a different company and it will look almost the same, and you got to be careful what you're getting.
I'm not
and
sure.
As Jolin says, we're not talking about the Google Photo Magic Eraser. This is the Magic Editor.
Okay. All right. Coming down. This is Huey.
Okay, let me move down here. This is something I've been saying for a long time, that Miss A is the prime thing for AI, because we've been asking it questions all along. It should be a conversation. It should have more information available and quicker, and nothing. So apparently Amazon is working on it and is still working on it. But
Amazon said it's going to be a paid edition.
Yeah, probably about $20 to add onto your Prime to have that feature. And so then the question is that something you want to pay $20 for or not?
After that demonstration I did last week when we played that AI, it was pretty good conversation. So maybe it's worth having a buddy in your house you can talk to. And it's pretty good conversation. It worked pretty well.
Ron, they call that a spouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the 3 of you, not me.
We'll see.
I have no plants, pets, or kids around. So.
We'll see how that works out, Ray. Huey.
Yep, there's going to be a bunch of new emojis coming to Windows soon. And this just talks about what they are and how you're going to be able to get them.
All right. Something I've been waiting for.
The Windows key and the period get you the emojis.
Yep. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's going to be new ones available that aren't there quite yet.
And Huey, this is yours.
Yep. Microsoft tries to assure Windows 11 users that recall won't spy on them. And you can read this article or you can watch Bob's video.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This is something we talked about at the WinSig a Sunday or two ago, and we talk about all kinds of Windows and just general PC things. And we talked about the Arc from the browser company, and a lot of people are trying it. It is quite a bit different as a browser, and it does take some getting used to. I've played around with it off and on. I haven't switched to it, but it might be worth taking a look at. Instead of having the tabs at the top, they're along the left-hand side, and there's some other things that are pretty good about it.
So just let people know. Let people know this is a new free browser. This is a browser, correct? And
I looked at it, I played with it, and then I decided to go back to what I'm comfortable with.
It's different, it's different. So, okay. But some people like it. Some people say it's revolutionary, right, Huey?
Yes.
So some people say it's revolutionary. This is interesting.
If you have friends that have iPhones or iPads and they take pictures with it and send it to you, it may be in the form of an HEIC instead of a JPEG or a PNG. And unless you have the proper codecs, to be able to look at it, or a program that can take a look at it, you may get a message saying they can't open the file. And this article talks about how to convert and how to open the HEIC photos on Windows. And this was discussed at the WinSig a couple of weeks ago as well. So the WinSig, we do talk about a lot of these items that affect you and your Windows computer.
So Ray, TCL unveils the first tri-foldable phone.
Oh my goodness!
I thought you're a sort of a phone guy. I thought you'd be cool on this one. Tri-fold.
My first choice in the phone is it easily fits in my pocket. Something tells me a trifold is not going to meet that criteria.
Well, it folds up you probably stick in your pocket because now it's like an accordion. You can stretch it out to 15 inches. You know?
Right. That takes a phone that's small to big, bigger, and biggest.
And Ron, that's your TCL.
I know my TCL.
The people who make your TVs.
Yeah. They're doing just great. You all know that I have 5 TCL TVs in my house. I love TCL TVs, and plus my wife knows how to use all the remotes because they're all the same. So I don't have to, having 5 different TVs would not be good.
You have 6 TVs, right? And your wife was mad at you for getting one that she had to learn a new remote.
That's right. So
TCL is not converting their TVs into a cell phone, right? By just folding it up.
Yeah, we'll just accordion it out.
That's next.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. The other thing was that Costco, they had Hisense for a long time and no TCLs for about a year, and now I see TCLs are back at Costco. So interesting. This is interesting. Google announced an update for Android Auto with new apps and casting support. So if you do have Android Auto, I know I use that on my car all the time. I guess what I don't know, Ray, you did some work on this.
Yeah.
Is the update to Android Auto, would that be through the car and its player in the car, or does that update the app on your phone? Because there is software in the car, is there not? On Android Auto?
Well, on newer cars, say from about 2021, 2022 models forward, they now have it built into the car. So the operating system is there. On older models, like I have a 2019 Ford Edge, that does not have it built in. So that's where I connect my phone through the USB port to get Android Auto.
So Mike and I, first of all, we have 2024s, right? We have new cars
up to the system.
So will the system automatically update, or do I have to take it in?
No, it'll automatically update.
It will.
Oh, okay. As long as you have it set up, like in the Mike example, even mine, which doesn't have for the auto, it gets all the updates when it's parked next to my house because it's connected to my internet.
And it sort of updates itself. Mike, yes. I know Mike Ungerman's listening. I wonder if he's thought about this and if he has any comments on that. Anyway, that's sort of interesting. Now this is Apple's patent. So Apple has a new patent out. The foldable iPhone featuring a self-healing screen. You know how you get the crease in there, Ray? You've talked about that before. Right. And this is supposed to be a self-healing screen. Now that's pretty cool, eh?
So that's a foldable phone from Apple?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they were coming out.
Well, that's it. No, they're patenting this. They don't have it out yet. Okay. But Apple patents foldable iPhone featuring a self-healing screen.
Well, as I mentioned once before, on my original Samsung 3, I have the 5 now, but on the Flip 3, the screen did get that crease.
Right.
And I brought it to a local store that I've been dealing with for a while, and for $5, the crease was gone. Guy just took it off, took off the protective covering, cleaned it up, put a protective covering back on, good as new.
What, they pull out a hair dryer and just sort of shrink it up a bit, or what?
Yeah, no, he did his magic.
Huey, there's something here. I'm gonna flip over to you because I can't see. Now, why did
Is that the one you're talking about?
Let's see. What was the one just above there? It was the Apple's foldable.
Yeah, that was the one.
Okay, bring it down. So I can't remember because it's not on my. Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft culture during his decade as CEO by. Oh, this is a great. This is sort of epitomized. This is good. He said Satya Nadella transformed Microsoft's culture during his decade as CEO by turning employees into learn-it-alls instead of know-it-alls. So I'd like to, I thought instead of know-it-alls, they're learn-it-alls. And so I thought that's a good logo for our Tech for Senior. We're learn-it-alls, right? And I thought, well, that's a very smart. Instead of being a know-it-all, you're always learning, and you're a learn-it-all. So
I like that, Ron.
Yeah, I thought that's why I put that in there. I thought that's pretty darn cool. Let's have a look. This was Sonos headphones. We talked about that. Search new overviews. We're going to talk more about this. We don't have a lot of time left, so I'm not going to spend. Google search new AI overviews will soon have ads. But have you guys seen any? Have you done any of these overviews they're talking about in the new search in Google? Bob, have you seen that or?
I've seen the overview, but not any ads.
So do you use overviews? Is that available now?
Yes.
No,
sort of. Okay. We got to talk more about that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that, but that's something we need to delve in a little more. We talked about Copilot PCs. Let's see if we got any more. Did we get any? This is a video, I think, navigating the treacheries of waters by Is that your video, Bob? Navigating the treacheries of waters of malvertising.
Advertising. Yeah, that's not the video I was talking about. That one's still being done. This has to do with malvertising, which is malware in advertising.
Okay. All right. That just about finishes off all our. We did pretty good today. We got through them all. But we started a little bit earlier, so we got through them all. I want to thank everyone for coming and listening to us. Do we have any final comments, Huey? Anybody?
Yeah, we got a couple of things, sir.
Sorry, I meant Mike Ungerman, not the Google Photos Magic Eraser. I haven't noticed an update to Android Auto on my Hyundai Kona EV, but I guess, Mike, what we're thinking of, I did get a nav system update that disabled the built-in navigation. Now I have to use Android Auto and Google Maps, or Waze. Hyundai says another update will be coming. Mike, I'm assuming that it just did that automatically because our cars are actually connected, like it came with a SIM card in it, and it is connected all the time to the to Wi-Fi, I guess, or to the internet. So I guess they could automatically download the stuff into the car.
I mean, that's how mine works. I had to do the effort when I first got the car to show it where my router was and sign in. And once I did that, or connected it rather, it does it automatically.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, listen, thanks, guys. Thank you for coming and listening. And don't forget, come and listen to us on Monday for our Monday show. This Monday we'll be on the air again. So even though it's Memorial Day, if you have nothing to do, just come and listen to us on Monday morning. All the details are on our website. And we really do appreciate you being here and listening. If you would be so kind as to hit the like, but more important, the subscribe. A lot of people listen to us all the time, but they never subscribe to our channel. So please do the subscribe. That really helps us. And we will see you again. Thank you, Huey. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Ray, for all your kind comments and work today. And Bob, we wish you a safe trip home. We'll be seeing you again. I guess on Monday you'll still be traveling, or you'll still be.
No, Monday I'll be home.
You'll be home Monday. Okay, that's great. Well, safe travels, and we look forward to getting you home. And Ray, I think after what Bob said today, Bob may be coming to stay with you for a while. He may, if his relatives are building in Payson, so he may be over to your neck of the woods soon.
I'll make room for him. No problem.
Okay. All right. Kick some elk out of your yard and then. All right, guys. Bye now.
Bye all.
Monday. We'll see you
Bye
Monday.
bye.